I really hope they can hear us right now, because if not, this is really embarrassing. Oh, sound seems good. Alright, how's the quality? I also changed it to 720.
Everything seems to be in order.
Everything seems to be within normal phase. Right, so shall we begin? So, hi everyone, and again, welcome to the first ever test chamber live stream. My name is Joe Radek. I am one of the multiplayer level designers for Black Mesa. I'll also be the host of the test chamber. And joined with me today is one of our artists, Board Flystad. Board, why don't you say hi and tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Hello, everyone. In case you haven't picked on the accent already, I am from Norway, not one of the American members of the team. I am one of the team's texture artists. I mostly work with props and models. I guess that's basically most of my life story right there, at least the last 10 years of it.
Is there any particular props or models that you were that people might recognize that you can say, "Ah, I did that one"?
Yeah, the most recent ones would have to be the new Tau cannon and the MB5 as well as the RPG.
And those are all brand new weapon models from multiplayer and single player too. So yeah, let's get started. Today, for the test chamber, we're going to go over patch 0.02 and patch 0.02.1 and 0.2.2 because things. We're also going to be showing off some community mods that some people have already submitted to our workshop, and if you don't know about the workshop, we'll be talking about that a little bit too. And when we're done with that, we're going to just jump into an empty server, and if you guys can find us, you get to come and play with us, and we'll do that for however long we end up doing that for. So why don't we jump in, and let me hope I get this right. Boom, awesome. So Tuesday morning, Monday evening, we posted up one of our first bigger patches, which was patch 0.02. It had a bunch of huge balance changing and bug fixes and a lot of stuff like that. The subsequent updates, 2.1 and 2.2, were just bug fixes to the bugs that we created in the process of doing that. Yeah, so going through, we did a big pass on crowbars, but on the weapons. These affect both single player and multiplayer. One of the things that we had seen was the crowbar was acting a little bit too quick. That was a very ish sound.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
So the crowbar came in. It's just a random crowbar was a little bit, for lack of a better term, broken. And there's a very popular GIF going around on Steam of somebody just finding an ichthyosaur and just basically just crowbarring it to death in less than a few seconds. That's been fixed for now. If you go in and play it, that's fine. We've gone through and rebalanced a lot of the weapons. MP5 in multiplayer is not going to be as powerful anymore, though still very effective. Shotgun's been rebalanced. We went through, and Chan, who's actually in chat right now, went through and rebalanced a ton of single player enemies. So the Agrons, the Alien Slaves, the Apache, the Assassins no longer do 12 damage per hit. That was a bug. So if you were able to make it through the assassin sections, like barely getting scratched, then congratulations, you did the like super hard mode on that. But those have been rebalanced back down. The ichthyosaur has been fixed. A lot of huge fixes. We went through and we also fixed up a lot of the single player maps. As you can see here, I'm just kind of scrolling through. You can no longer get stuck in Freeman's Locker. Bard, did you even know that was I had never been able to do that?
What? Do what?
Be able to get stuck in Freeman's locker during an
No,
AM.
I've never encountered that one myself.
I don't know why anyone would want to have tried that, but you can't anymore. We fixed it.
I suppose it's one of those things you don't really know about until you set the product free and people get to roam wild in it, and I don't know, people think differently, and people get stuck.
We've had a lot of people who have pointed out all these bugs, and I think the general response from a lot of the devs were, one, why would you ever think to do that? And two, how did you do that? But this is a lot of, I think, a big majority of all the single player maps have had fixes come through. Choreo fixes, all those have been touched. So we fix a lot of things. If you had an issue beforehand, we probably got to it. If we haven't, we are going to get to it. Multiplayer tweaks. I've already talked about the MP5 a little bit. We did a bunch of map changes. Specifically made a lot of these areas brighter. Lambda Bunker now has a hive hand instead of snarks. I know a few people have been complaining that there was too many snarks in Lambda Bunker. We fixed that. There's now less snarks but a more hive hand, and so far that's played pretty well, and I'm actually really happy with that. Bounce got a bunch of stuff. And the big one that we want to talk about really quick is subtransit. One of our level designers, Jean-Paul, felt that the single tram in subtransit wasn't that exciting, so he affectionately created what we are now calling the Dreadnought. It is a 3-car system. It is a 3-train system with a mounted 50 cal on the front and the back. So if you haven't played subtransit, or if you were on the fence if you liked subtransit or not, give it a shot now. Go play with the Dreadnought, and I was playing with it earlier this week. It's a lot of fun, crazy, just like you'd be casually walking through the tunnels, and then all of a sudden this train comes by with a 50 cal and you're dead.
Oh yeah,
lots of fun. We were all wondering, it's like, why the Dreadnought? And we now know. Is there anything else? A couple of fixes to model changes, and we added some new Kevin, one of our guys, created new thumbnails for a lot of our models for the hammer and model viewer. So there's that. That's our patch notes. You can get all of the patch notes over on our community forums underneath the patch in the patch sub forum. So yeah, well, that's what it was so far this week, and totally go in and check it out. A lot of stuff was tweaked and balanced based on a lot of what you guys have been saying. So all right, so moving on, we have now the workshop. So a lot of Steam games now have the workshop. Black Mesa is one of them. We've added a lot. We had a lot of our own maps in this, and we put a lot of our own mods into this before launching, and tons of people have added their own. These are just a few of them. We're going to show off a few of them today. But if you didn't know about the workshop, it's here. We got a bunch of great mods already on there. We got a bunch of great maps, some multiplayer maps, a couple of single player mods. Totally go and check them out. If you're a mod creator, totally do it and make a mod and put it on up, and there might be a chance that it might get shown on this live stream in the future. And to kind of start off with our community spotlight, I found 3 mods that I actually really liked that came out, and I think they're absolutely great. Bard's here. We're going to talk about them, and I keep saying Bard, it's Board, I'm sorry, but Board's here. Okay. Board's here. We're going to talk about them. We'll show them off in game, and we'll go out from there. And I see RSTD talking about the RSTD2 keeps talking about the Black Mesa Security SUV remake. So I think maybe we should jump to that one first, because that is actually one of the ones that we are going to be looking at, is Black Mesa Security SUV. I'm using Lambda Bunker solely because I know that this is definitely a map that has all the things that we're going to be looking at. This is a reskin of the Security SUV. It originally is a white SUV with a little bit of red. This reskin makes it a nice dark blue, or teal actually, almost, with a dash of black. I really like the color of it. I like the quality of it. I mean, Bard as the artist, I mean, what do you have to say about it?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm really excited to actually keep track on what's happening on the workshop. It's just fun to see what the community is coming up with, and then you get stuff like this. This is a shining example of the kind of subtle little changes that actually ends up making a fairly nice difference. Personally, I'm actually a fan of this color.
Yeah, I'm one of my favorite colors is like this dark blue teal. So when I saw this, I was like, "Ooh, yay!" In that voice too. Yeah, as some people are pointing out, it even has like really nice, like really detailed license plates. That's the word I'm looking for. And this one comes in two styles, which is this damaged version, and then up a little higher is a non-damaged version. I just realized I didn't say who made this. This was created by Tenchi Muyo. I know he has a few other contributions to the workshop, but this is the one that stood out to me the most. It's a little dark over here, actually. Yeah, this one's not going to shine out too well, but you can see there's two different styles. This one's not as broken, the other one is. But yeah, no, I think it was great, and it's a rather simple mod. I'm okay with really I'm okay with simple mods. If you
Oh yeah, definitely.
Keeping it simple is always a good idea. If you have to really go advanced, then I mean that's fine, but generally the simple ones are like the small things like this I really like, because they're small stuff.
The fact that when you're dealing with the really simple small mods where you just change a single item, and this is probably one of my favorite aspects about the workshop, is the fact that the community gets to interact with each other in a way that hasn't really been possible before. The workshop was well, it's been possible, but it's never really been as easy. And small additions to the workshop, it just lets you tailor your game experience to your needs, rather than have a set in stone copy to play with. And that's one of the most exciting aspects of the workshop, for me at least.
Yeah, and I know I come from a modding background. I am really excited to see what a lot of people are putting up. So leading into the next next mod that we're going to look at, we are going to look at boom. This is the Gun Nut Magnum ammo box. This is one of the first mods. I think this was even being modded before the game was released. Like, I think these guys were working on it during the countdown. This is one of the first mods, to get put up on the workshop that wasn't created by us, and it's by Game Zombie and Old Hermit. And I love this. I absolutely love how it looks. It definitely is a huge harken back to the old, the older ones.
To the original.
It is really good. And I saw this and I was like, gotta have this one, and I've been using it ever since. You can see it here. So yeah, do you have any feedback for these guys aboard and something that's seemingly pretty good already?
This is the sort of stuff that's right up my alley for obvious reasons. With the Gun Nut brand 357 ammo, I think probably my favorite bit about it is just how faithful it is to the original, and doing a lot of work with vector graphics and kind of having spent an extensive amount of time recreating things that are in the original Half-Life in a much more updated version. They put in some really nice graphical work that's gone into this recreation of the little Gun Nut peanut logo. Yeah, that's just really nice work all over on it. From a technical aspect, though, not that it really matters that much, since it is an optional mod. The texture resolution is a little bit high on it at 2K, but like I said, that's each to their own. That's people want to show off their work in the highest detail possible, and that's the beauty of the workshop. You can if you want to.
Yeah, and kind of going on with, we're going to keep with the theme of ammo boxes. We have also with us is the shotgun ammo box, made again by Game Zombie and Old Hermit, but they were also joined by Wally the Eurosuki. I'm going to botch that name up, and that's going to be one of the recurring themes in the whole live stream is I'm going to botch names up a lot. So if I come to you and say, hey, I would like to do something with your mod on the live stream, tell me how to pronounce your name. So the guys who did the 357 ammo also did a shotgun ammo replacement. Again, very, very faithful to the original.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the front of it from your vantage point. I guess you have it up on the website as well, showing it off.
I just picked it up.
Again, we're dealing with these really, really nice illustrations, and I am a sucker for nice illustrations. And the little shotgun shell on the front here, it's I mean, it's very faithful to the original, but I wouldn't have, I wouldn't imagine not walking into a gun shop and actually seeing this kind of design. It's just all over nice work.
Yeah, and I was actually talking to these guys beforehand, and they seem like really cool guys. And they were like, I gave them a little bit of feedback because I noticed there's a small bug in one of the original versions they had, and I was like, hey, I would love to show this off, but you got this little bug here. And they were like, oh yeah, cool, let me fix that up really quick. And it was awesome just talking with these guys. And I've been talking with Hermit a bit, and I talked to Wally a bit, and so it's been nice. But I have to say, this is another one of those ammo things that I saw and I was like, gotta get it right now. I think maybe from a non-art standpoint, from somebody who's not much of an artist, the one thing I have about it is the corrugated texture. I feel like it might be a little bit too strong. I might be a little wrong in saying that, but I think the corrugated texture on it might be a tad strong, but it's not so strong that it's like horrible, or however that sounds. It's really not. It's fine right now. It's great. Personal preference is that I think maybe the cardboard texture might be a little strong.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to like play devil's advocate here and disagree with you a little bit on that one. It's not utilizing any other, at least not that I can see with the naked eye, that it's utilizing any other shaders or texture maps that backs up any additional texture. So you kind of have to work it all in there to the diffuse channel of the texture to compensate. But yeah, no, I like them. I like them both, and I have been using both of them as well.
So I think that's gonna be it for our community spotlight at the moment. Is there anything that you want to add to what we've seen so far, in terms of the 357 ammo, the shotgun, or the SUV replacement?
No, I just gonna just put up a strong encouragement to the community that get out there, create content, put it up. We absolutely love seeing what you guys are doing with the game now that it is out on Steam, and it's very exciting for us as the developers to be able to see what the community can come up with.
Yeah, and like as I was saying earlier, if you're a modder and you're interested in modding for Black Mesa, we already got a couple of guides up for you right on the workshop. If you aren't interested in like if you aren't somebody who's modded before but might be interested in doing so, give it a shot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing this. And if you're making something, personally, I'm biased towards maps because I'm a mapper, I'm a level designer, I love those. But if you got like a level that you want to make, or you have something in your head and you go, oh, that could be really fun to play in, make it. Post it on the forums. We have the test chamber sub forum on our public forums, which is the website forums.blackmesasource.com, and you can just scroll down through our subforums and you'll see the test chamber. If you got a map, totally put it up. I keep checking back on that, seeing what people are posting. Absolutely love that type of stuff. So, and if you got it, then put it on the workshop. Share it, let people play it, let people try it. We might pick it up for this live stream, and give a bunch of feedback on it. That's the type of thing that we want to be doing with this live stream, is taking the stuff you guys make, putting it and showing everyone, be like, hey guys, look what's being made, and sharing that with you all. So like I said, if you're interested in modding, totally give it a shot. So board,
Yes.
are you ready for a little bit of in-game deathmatch?
I guess I'm as ready as I can be. I'm not particularly, ironically enough, I'm not particularly a very good player when it comes to deathmatch, and that's a really tough realization when you've been spending so much time developing a game that you actually is pretty bad at.
Yeah. I'm, even though I've worked on some of these maps, I'm not really that good either. It's just deathmatch, and
seems like,
there's already people finding us.
We have been found out. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Now, Chon, of course, Chon's in here right now, and he's just gonna come in and destroy everyone. Chon's our like resident guy who has probably played this game too much.
Resident Wrecker.
Resident Wrecker. Yeah, there you go. I'm Frozen R, and board is The Grudge. So if you can find us, you can come play with us. I mean, you can always come and play with us whenever, but we're gonna make this into a fun little game. And again, if there's questions like the one that's being asked right now, is there any plans for opposing force? No, not right now. We are focused on development of Black Mesa and, you know, finishing that up. No, the new MP5. I'm not gonna. I also just can't aim. Hard to talk and play at the same time. You should have more gibs than just severed legs. I will admit, if that's a bug, that's a very hilarious bug. But you should be getting, you know, like eyes and kidneys and all the other fun gibs.
The whole nursery rhyme.
Yep.
That feeling when you have like a fully charged Tau cannon and somebody jumps just as you fired.
I think this. Oh, geez, someone just showed up right in front of me. Oh, dang you.
Oh, from the grave.
Somebody's asking about co-op, or at least co-op survival. We have nothing to really say about co-op right now. We are looking, like, we're looking into co-op and its feasibility, but we have no idea what form it's going to take, or what, like, basically what type of co-op it will be. But or even if we're going to be able to do it, we don't know if we're going to be able to do it right now. So we're looking at it, but we don't know when anything's happening. No! Stupid boxes! So this is, kind of just talk about the map a little bit that we're playing. This is Stockyard, created by, actually a lot of people worked on this.
I would say it's Sean Paul.
I think Sean Paul was lead on this. I think Sean Paul was leading on this, but a lot of people would lead work on this together. It's basically the story for a lot of our maps.
Well, I see Sean has found the gluon.
Yes,
so,
the gluon on this map. I don't see a lot of people using it. It's in a really, like, when JP was like, oh, I put the gluon in the map, I ran around. I was like, where? I don't see it. He goes, oh, you can see it. You'll see it. It's hidden. And it is. It's a very well hidden, and I think it's probably one of the best gluon placements.
See, not that I'm pointing any fingers, but I am convinced that level designers hide a stash of all weapons in the secret location on their own maps.
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of armories in any map. Oh, reload.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I don't know what you just did.
And that, kids, is why you should always cook your grenades.
Yes! Oh, it worked! Did it work? Ah, I didn't get it. Dang. I got it. I was able to throw the grenade, and I bounced it off the ladder and up onto the second floor, but I didn't do it well enough. Should note that all the mods that we talked about today, the 357 ammo, wow, I already forgot, shotgun ammo, and the SUV model are all compatible in multiplayer. Has anyone sped run Black Mesa yet? Not that I know of. I haven't seen anything yet.
There is a ton of the mod version. I'm not sure if the standalone has been speedrun yet.
That'd be really cool though if anyone's a speedrunner and would like to try and speedrun it. I would totally watch that.
Oh yeah, no, on the in the standalone there might actually be an unclaimed world first and or world record waiting for you.
I know a friend of mine was saying the other day that they were playing through and they might have found a speedrunning trick in Blast Pit. Sean with the heavy hits there. Ooh, that's a trip mine. Oh dear, hi. I don't know what was going on, but all of a sudden I just hear that one of the scientists going, "There's for every ass kicking, there's an equal and opposite ass kicking."
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely.
Some of the domination signs are
Mike's
great.
Scientist voices and the taunts.
This is crazy, the amount of people on this map. A little bit bigger than it should be, but you know, hey, we're Black Mesa. We're the Black Mesa devs. We like to go crazy.
I got him.
Oh, nice! I got Fury with a grenade. I didn't expect that to hit.
Finally got revenge on Chan. He is very elusive.
Chan's very good.
A wild Chan is very hard to capture.
Need a master ball. My half hand. And there goes my half hand. Are we making our own version of Gordon Freeman? As the artist, I think you would be able to answer that. I know that we have our own HEV suit.
Well, I mean, we do have the HEV suit. If we decided to at some point do that, I cannot imagine it would be harder than putting a head on it. Other than that, I don't know if there is a plan for a custom Gordon Freeman.
I haven't heard anything at the moment. Alright, I'm breaking up my half hand. So, for those who don't know, which is probably anyone who hasn't been on, who hasn't seen a previous stream or not, hive hand is probably one of my favorite weapons in the entire game.
Oh yeah, mine too.
I'm not too sure why though, but I just love the hive hand.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real honest about my reasons for liking it, and that is the simple fact that you don't really need good aim. Something that I don't have.
Yeah, something I definitely don't have, and it's good for those of you with super high ping, at least. But beyond that, it's not. I wouldn't use it as a primary weapon, but it's good for if you're if you happen to walk in on a fight and it's ending, you can just end it. You can come and clean up at the very end because it does just enough damage and lasts long enough that if there's somebody else, if there's a fight going on and then it just ends, it's a good way to clear up. Love Stockyard's big up room, or the big warehouse room, just because it's fun to really just jump up into the lights and wait, where are you? Jump up onto the lights and just start throwing down grenades or satchels. I don't know how many people have done that to me. I would love to be able to know how many times I've killed someone with a hive hand. Hive hand beats crowbar. Hive hand totally beats crowbar. Shotgun beats hive hand. I will be honest with that. Ooh, I did it. Nice. Man, I got a kill streak right now. Ah, yes, I came in 2 kills above you.
Oh, somebody got a grenade off just as it froze.
So now we're moving to sub-transit. So now we get to play with the Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought.
And in the last patch, a lot of things were reworked. The Galown is harder to get to now. You actually need the long jump or a Tau. We added the Dreadnought. That's someone who's gonna try and kill me here. That's a Tau. Yeah. Did anyone just see that? There's all of a sudden I jump and just off the left side of my screen is an RPG rocket.
Oh,
gotcha.
come on!
It's harder to hold. It's harder to move with the MP5 now. Come on, work with me here. I can't get this this 50 cal to work. Bummer. They are a little buggy right now. We will, that is a known bug, that they sometimes don't really respond well. We do already have a couple of workshop maps with official, or a couple of official servers with workshop maps on them, at least the ones that we've added. I think something that might be cool, I don't know if anyone else would want it, but maybe when we start getting our custom maps done that are not necessarily ports, though, not saying those are bad. I always love my ports. Might be able to get those up onto a server for everyone to play afterwards too. I think that would be kind of cool. Ooh. That, oh no. So one of the things that I love to do with our grenades is ricochet them, bounce them around, confuse people with them, and just go crazy with like the bouncing and stuff. And so like I'll be running forward, I'll throw a grenade at like the ceiling and it'll bounce down and land hopefully right behind it if I can time it correctly.
The thing I always do is that they all have a set timer on the fuse, and if you can work out that timer and you hold it down and you cook it, if you let go and you time it, you can have it explode right above people's heads, and that's usually what I do. Because, you know, you might bounce around the grenade, but you can move away from it.
Yeah.
It's not easy to move away from an explosion that happens right above you.
Yeah, I think cooking is one of the things that I'm working on. But what happened in this case was that I was trying to bounce it off a wall so that it would bounce back at the guy chasing me. And what happened was it bounced, but it bounced sideways and went down the hallway I was about to run down.
That does happen.
So I was running through and just going through with like normal fluid motion, trying to get out of the way, kill myself on my own grenade.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there somebody under the elevator?
Did you just crush somebody on the elevator?
Yep.
I love it when it happens and it's somebody else. I hate it when it happens to me. Oh, everyone just knows who I am now and is chasing after me.
Ah, how do I ladder?
One arm over the other.
See, our game,
I got the high band.
Is missing that ladder tutorial from Battlefield 2. The oddly shaped object ahead of you is called a ladder. Walk up to the ladder and climb upwards.
Boom! Oh, did you just face tank my grenade?
Oh, yep. I have apparently fallen through the elevator.
Oh no. Oh, jeez. What? Oh, No. Ah. I was like, I have 5 health, and then I hear the bees. Like, bees.
The bees is a terrifying noise, but my least favorite is hearing the fully charged Tau
right next to you.
Like, you just know it's coming.
I love the little underwater features that we have here. Ah, come on. Ladder. Water. Oh, I just got the long jump too. Fear, it is alright if you can try and stream snipe me. I'm not that good to begin with. All these little canisters. Oh, one of the things that we didn't talk about was that it was the canister mechanics.
Oh yeah, those were kind of stealthy update, weren't they?
Yeah, we pushed it out so that you now pick up the last used non-primary weapon. So if the person you kill is using a glown, congratulations, you now have a glue-on gun.
Yeah, we had a lot of complaints from people where they couldn't get armored up quick enough before they got killed.
Oh, that's a glown. That's a trip mine I just walked on.
So that was one of the reasons behind actually implementing weapons dropping from the canisters.
I know. Right, so there's a reason why I keep calling it the Glown rather than the Gluon or the Egon. I probably should do that. I should have done that sooner. It is Gluon. Yeah, and that is absolutely correct. It is the Gluon gun. However, one of our programmers, who I will not mention for the sake of their own dignity, accidentally spelled it. Well, I don't even know if it was accidentally. He just spelled it wrong. So it was referred to in the code as the Glown gun rather than the Gluon gun. And so I heard that and I just started calling it Glown, and I thought that that was pretty funny. So I now call the Gluon gun the Glown gun.
It's not always easy to know how to actually pronounce the weapons in the game, since they are rarely spoken, if ever.
Yeah, I don't think we have many references to them in single player.
That goes the same for the original as well. So I mean, you'll have different variations: Tau, Toe, different kind of ways of saying it.
That gosh darn gun that keeps killing me.
If this was Doom, the Gluon would probably be the BFG.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep playing. If you can come and find us, come and play with us. But for now, I'm going to turn the stream off. So, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Joe Raddick. I am one of the multiplayer level designers for Black Mesa. Joined with me today...
My name is Bortfleistad. I'm one of the texture artists on the team.
And, again, thank you for watching the test chamber, or the test chamber, with us. This is definitely not the last time we'll be doing this. This was a lot of fun. I hope to do this again. And keep making things for us to show off, keep playing, keep posting on the forums. We're always looking for feedback, critiques, stuff like that. So thank you everyone for watching. Lots of fun. Again, we'll still be on the server. We'll still be playing around for a little bit more. But tune in again probably at most 2 weeks from now. I think I'm going to do this every other week. Tune in 2 weeks from now and we'll have another one of these. So again, thanks everyone. And have a wonderful, wonderful evening.